reason why I'm filming this video is because my friend Connie is filming videos now, and she was like, dude, why don't you film a video? So I was like, word. So I started a new job, okay, and I hate it, and they've hired like 30 people and only one stayed, and I wish I would have known that before I went to orientation.
That I have to go pick up my,
Do you ever forget to wet your beauty blender, and so you just spray it with a bunch of setting spray? Okay, so I prepped the skin, I put foundation on, now I'm powdering so I don't look like you can, like, fry stuff on my face later on today. The base and the jargon out of the way, I'm gonna note two things. Excuse my nails. Long story short, I had an allergic reaction to gel and they're healing, so please cancel the Uber, okay? You can sit down and stay a while. Also, we're gonna discuss these freaking palettes that I got from the 99-cent store, alright, for Halloween. I was like, sis, like, what the heck? I was like, what do I have to lose other than my $3? I've just been really trying to rewire my brain because I feel like it just goes up and down and up and down, and that's another thing I wanted to talk about. I finally went to the doctor to check out like my mental health because as you guys can see in my previous videos, I don't like being a sad person. Like, I have life tools, I like to learn, I like to, you know, just be the best me that I can be. And like for a while there, I was literally so all over the place, and my mom was bipolar, so I figured, I was like, man, it really, like, a lot of my symptoms seemed like bipolar disorder or whatever. And so I went to the doctor and they have a working diagnosis for borderline personality disorder, which can often be confused for bipolar, but and ADHD also. So I don't know, I've been working on that and it's been helping because I don't know, I was starting to get kind of like, I would be super excited to be alive. I felt like I was Superwoman, I could do anything, and then like 5 minutes later, a week later, a month later, I literally just wanted to die, and I didn't even know why. Like, that's not who I am, you know? So that's when I was like, I went to Hawaii, right? And then I was talking to my best friend, and she was basically telling me, like, if you end up killing yourself, it's because you didn't go get help. And that kind of gave me a wake-up call of that, and I've been working on this side project, and it's so exciting. It is so, so exciting. And when I was at a function, that feeling came back, like that suicidal feeling came back, and it didn't make any sense. And that's when I was like, all right, you need to go get help, because it's been literally like a year since I've uploaded any videos. And at that time, I was working a lot, and like, I was super lonely, like so lonely. Like, that was a season of really learning what it meant to be alone and how to like love the time with myself. And since then, so much has changed. We're just gonna get off that topic because life is a learning process, and for a while I was just beating myself up for like my lack of progress, but really I was still, everything is progress as long as you learn from mistakes and just learn from everything, learn from positive and negative. And I feel like that's what I've been doing lately. I feel like a lot of the times when some of us are going through stuff, we like to kind of like slap a reason on it, and like, or at least for me, I like to just try to reason with everything, and that's what gets me to blame myself for stuff or just get mad at myself for stuff. And that's not, two wrongs don't make a right. If you're messing something up and then you beat yourself up for it, you're just you know what I mean, you're not doing anything positive for yourself. And I'm still learning that, because I'm really critical with myself. Like, even making this video, I'm looking at like the texture of my skin and like just like all kinds of stuff, like trying to make excuses before somebody even asks. Like, I don't know. So mental health is like a whole nother ballgame. If you guys want me to make a video on how I'm dealing with it, I would be more than happy to do that, because if I can help somebody, then that would be tight. I'm still trying to help myself. Like I said, everything is a learning process, but it is what it is, you guys. And I don't know, I'm just grateful to be alive, okay? I feel like that's one thing to wake up in the morning and be happy about. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna just talk to you guys while I do my makeup, because, you know, I haven't been on here in a while. I've been really dead on social media too, and it's just been a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I feel like almost like last year was a fog, but then the other day I was driving home in traffic and I was just thinking about like how easy it is to just get sucked up in the day and just get sucked up in this negativity and just forget about all these awesome things that are happening. Because I personally have like a horrible memory, and a lot of it turns into fog. But I was just counting my blessings, you know, because sometimes you just really have to sit there and just be grateful for something. And and just remember how much you're worth and how much, like they say that, like I don't know how the saying goes, but like that the graveyard is the richest place in dreams. Like people's dreams and aspirations like die with them, and they never do anything about that. And I don't want to live my life that way. I don't want to be like on my deathbed wishing that I made this YouTube video, or wishing that I went to this thing, or just that I made something of myself and made a legacy for my children that I don't have yet. And I was listening to someone speak about how he was basically saying like create something that can be respected. Like I want to be able to respect myself. I want to be able to not even ask my children for respect, just be a person that they can grow up to respect because of who I am and what I do. And I think that's so important, but it takes a lot of development and it takes a lot of leadership skills, and that's what I've been working on lately. Because I met some people and they're just helping me out through life, man, and it's cool. And I feel like I'm growing so much, and growing is hard, you guys. Don't ever like dismiss your growing pains, because just because it's hard doesn't mean that it's not worth it. Because let's say you're in a bad place in life, that's hard in itself. So why not like switch gears and take the hardships of growing instead of the hardships of staying the same, if that makes any sense. And when you build a dream for yourself, I don't know, it's like you suddenly have something more to live for, and all these little things that happen throughout the day and throughout life are just not worth your time. Like if you could turn every hour into a dollar bill and not at work, I mean, like just think about it, all the time that you have, like every 30-minute increment or whatever, just turn it into a currency. Like do you want to hand that over to negativity? And like I said, I'm not perfect, nobody's perfect, man, and I'm just doing my best, you know, I really am. And especially now that I've gotten my like mental health checked out, I feel like that was something that was kind of overdue. I've been dealing with that since I was like 16, and it's like once it starts messing up things that you're trying to work on. Sorry, I'm blind and I thought I wasn't filming, but I don't know. I'm trying, you guys. I'm doing my best. I really am. But so I packed on this yellow. Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna just be real with you guys right now. I have a stack of pillows in front of me and a blanket to hold my phone up, so that's what just happened. But oh yeah, so I've been packing on this yellow for approximately 4.5 days, and now I'm gonna take like a little pink color and just live my life. I'm not really trying to do anything in particular right now. I just wanted to take the time out to film a video because Connie told me to, and you guys should go check out her channel. It's Connie Styles 2.0. I used to be a receptionist at my cousin's salon, and she works there, and she's hella cool. Oh my god, she's so cool. And she's starting a YouTube channel, and I'm proud of her for everything that she does. And she does some super banging hair, so if you live in the area, go get your crap together. Like literally, she does like updos, and like she just does it all. Okay, she does makeup, she does hair, she does event stuff, and now she does YouTube, so you better check yourself. But yeah, also I bought a wig the other day. Like, she's back in full effect. That's one thing I love about winter, is that I can wear wigs. Because like, props to women that wear wigs all the time, because like, I know it's not easy. I already know it's not. So props to you, sis, but I can't do it. And I'm fortunate to not have to. So there's that. But you see what I'm saying though? Like for the dollar store, it's really not that bad. So I got 3 palettes, and this is the pink that I'm using right now. And it's really, like, I'm telling you, bruh, it's really not that bad. This is the whole reason why I bought them, just because I was like, like I said, what can I lose? Like, the yellow is probably the least pigmented one, but I haven't really found a super banging yellow yet. So, it is what it is, sis. No, I used to, for those of you that follow me on Snapchat, I was, like, ranting, like, every day about positivity and the ways that I was growing, and I feel like a lot of that was like a coping mechanism for just how alone I was feeling, and like I was working all the time. Literally, I'm gonna tell you guys what it is, okay? I would ride my bike to one job, and then I would ride my bike from that job to the next job, and then back home every day. And man, like literally during the winter time, I would ride my bike home at night, and it would literally be like 30 degrees. By the time I would get home, my bottom lip was frozen, and my hands were literally so numb that it would be hella hard for me to find my keys. I'm like standing in the dark trying to rummage for my keys outside of the door, and it was just a mess. But I went through so much growth in that time period, and then after I don't know, like after I stopped working that much, like I feel like I just fell off the wagon. And when I was talking to like my therapist about it, she was saying how people with my mental issue, I guess, they either fall down the tubes of drugs or they do what I did. And that's where you overwork yourself and just distract yourself so you don't have time to like sit there and ponder on what's going on in your brain. And I feel like that's exactly what I was doing. And with all that busyness, I was like heavily caffeinated all the time. So I'd be on my lunch break and my mind would be racing. And thank God it would be racing in a positive way. And that's actually where all that ranting came from, and that's where my previous videos came from, was because I was so busy all the time that the time that I did have by myself, my personality, I believe anyway, is what made me do those things, is because, you know, the time that I did have for myself is the time where I could really focus on just grow, 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 grow. And I didn't have any, like the jobs that I had were cool. Like they were fine. Wasn't really super social, so I didn't have anything in that department to complain about. And I was just doing good. I was just saving my little money and like doing my thing. And then, like I said, everything just kind of, I don't know, like my mental health just got worse. I'm gonna just be real with you. And then I stopped working as much because one of my jobs actually closed down. So I got a new job, and that's another thing that really, like, I allowed it to affect me, because I got a job being a waitress, and the people that I was working with, it's not even worth getting into, but I wasn't really in the greatest headspace, so everything that was going on in that workplace I was taking personally. And my normal self, like, especially as I'm growing now, I don't like to let other people's actions and stuff affect me like that, because there's always going to be stuff that happens to you in life, but it's about how you choose to respond to it. I'm going to let you guys know right now, this is probably going to be kind of a long video, but if you've made it this far, thanks. You know whose makeup I really like? Jackie Ina. I like that she always does like kind of like a blown out look. Like it's never really like super defined and wild. Like when you look at it up close, I feel like her makeup probably is just kind of like, it's not subtle because she uses colors, but like when she uses shimmers and stuff, like she brings it up pretty high and just blows it out, and it looks great. Like when you step back and just look at it as a whole, her makeup, I love it. I love her videos. She's so freaking cool. Oh shit, what's it going on this thing? Really hope that, like, oh my I think I'm gonna just deepen up the outer corner with a little bit of brown to tone down the whole 49ers look thing. Even though I have about 1.5 million lipsticks, I like to get a pink lipstick that's pretty close to my lip color, put it on, and then just blot it like a lot, and then I'm good to go. And then maybe throw some like